Welcome to Sex Positive Gaming. I'm Annie, and today we're going to look at the first DLC for the Book of Bondmaids, Cooks, Thieves, Wives, and Lovers. Available for PC, Mac, SteamOS, and Linux on Steam. I first reviewed Book of Bondmaids last year, and while I enjoyed the game, I did have some issues with parts that felt unfinished. Especially the fact that there was only one bondmaid in a game called Book of Bondmaids. The DLC addresses many of my concerns with additional content, quests, and 2 new areas, Elsa's room and Anya's library. In full disclosure, the Anya character is loosely modeled after me, though she has a pet dragon as opposed to a dinosaur. No, I have nothing to do with the development of the game, nor am I financially involved with the developer Comte in any way. Did I review the DLC because of this? Well, I probably would have anyway, but it is definitely an effective way to get my attention. Graphically, the new content is consistently beautiful hand-drawn art. One of my biggest issues with the art in my previous review was how some of it felt unfinished. While this has not been addressed with the older work, all of the new material looks great. There's also new music, ambient noises, and the addition of sounds and animations to some of the sexual interactions. Most of the flavors are optional and include heterosexual and both male and female homosexual content, as well as BDSM, group, outfits, corruption, monsters, violence, and power exchange. There's also now the option to play certain scenes as a female character, and this game feels more and more like something that can truly appeal to both male and female players, which is awesome. I really liked what this DLC adds to the Book of Bondmaids. It feels like a more complete game, and I really like the humor of the library scenes and the part where I had the option to play as a female character. I also enjoyed the customizable outfits for the princess, even though I would have preferred more fantasy-themed choices as opposed to modern clothing designs. The biggest issue I had with the DLC is that you can completely miss it. I actually had to replay the game twice because I just thought the DLC would just show up on its own. Nope, you have to make specific choices. I also felt that some of the story was rushed, like the parts with Elena and Bella, but I'm not sure if this was because we're dealing with a Russian development team. There is a lot going on in that part of the world currently, and while there are a ton of Russian developers, we're not seeing much content coming out from any of them. The fact that this release was only delayed a few months is actually pretty impressive. I will admit that I'm annoyed that the DLC costs as much as the core game. The DLC is nowhere near the same amount of content, and honestly, I feel that increasing the number of bondmaids to more than one in a game called The Book of Bondmaids should probably be included in the original price. Overall, Cooks, Thieves, Wives, and Lovers makes The Book of Bondmaids a better game. This is still a much more literary work, so I still don't recommend it if you're looking for instant gratification. But if you want to explore a dark fantasy world full of intrigue, betrayal, and a fair amount of carnality, then I definitely think that you should give the Book of Bondmaids a shot with the DLC added. In an industry full of sameness, this is absolutely a novel and entertaining change of pace. Let me know what you think. Have you played the Book of Bondmaids, and did you enjoy it? How do you think the DLC should be priced compared to the core game? And most importantly, which do you feel are superior? Dinosaurs or dragons? Until next time, no shaming, just gaming. Thanks to all this month's support on Patreon. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you all.